My name is Cole Hickson. I am a current school trustee, very recently elected in the 2022 election here in Kamloops, British Columbia. And I've recently left my position as a communication and engagement coordinator for the Bob Glardy School of Business and Economics at TRU to start my own content creation digital marketing company here in Kamloops. I was reached out to by Dawn from AIM Canada pretty early on, before initially the election started, in which she wanted me to be a candidate in that. And throughout the process of speaking, working with Dawn, she was always a very motivating force and somebody who always liked to work in systems in a quick, dynamic, and easy to understand way. And I feel that was a real big help, especially with something as comprehensive or spectacular as going into an election as a person in their mid 20s. So through that process, I felt like I got a lot of guidance, as well as a lot of motivation. I would say having some person really care about you, care about what the goals are, what you can do to implement real action change in a community, believe in you, and just try to motivate you along that process. And when I say motivate, I mean somebody who really you don't want to disappoint. And I feel like that was a big aspect to my success within this process of not only working with Dawn, but also putting yourself out there where an entire community is watching you, judging you, both on your failures and success. And again, that is a place that can be pretty isolating for some. So having a person in your corner is really helpful. And I think that can be traced to all facets of life, whether that be an election, starting a business, or just looking for a job. It's really the one-on-one aspect, the casual interaction, but in a comprehensive way that I really felt went above and beyond what I would have got in traditional education. It brings you in a way where you are a part of a solution or part of a community, that you feel a part of something bigger than yourself. And I think that's one of the core aspects to really performing at your best, is being a part of a community. And sometimes we lose track of who we are in these processes because there's just so much going on that it can be very isolating and you just want to turn away. And a mentor is somebody that will make you look at yourself in these ways and say, hey, how can we improve this? Don't just shut yourself down. We can work on this together. Being a mentor, or why it's important, really relates to building a community within your organization that people want to be a part of, that people want to succeed in. And by that end, you're going to succeed yourself. So creating a mentorship program or doing mentorship yourself develops a comprehensive ability for your employees, people that you work with, to really achieve their best, to be a part of something bigger than themselves, and for the success of a whole to be realized. If I could go back and change one thing, it would always be starting earlier, getting the ball rolling sooner. And that is something that I think a mentor can really help you understand, contextualize, and work hard to achieve. I believe mentorship is one of the best investments you can make into your company because it shows that you really care about who you're working with and who is working for you. And when you can invest into that, you'll have returns that go beyond most other investments that you could possibly make. And I think that is one of the most substantial moves forward for most companies or community associations or nonprofits, because it shows that you're a company that is not just about a bottom line, but it's also about developing a community. And I think that community is essential towards achieving your success. My advice for students would be get involved. Understand their company, understand their university, understand whatever community group or interest they have. There's going to be another group available for them. And within those groups, those associations, those businesses, there will always be people that you can actually look up to, you can develop a relationship with. And from that relationship, you can understand how things work beyond a superficial, simplified base level. You can understand how that community works and how you can better integrate yourself within that. It ultimately comes down to just finding a mentor within an area that you have an interest with. And that will help you so much in navigating really torrential waters at times, really difficult areas that people have already crossed through before, people have already done many times out and have mapped the area. That would be my suggestion to new students or students going into the workforce. However, I also want to just emphasize the point that you are always talented and there's always something that you're good at. You just might not have discovered that yet. So I believe the work through AIM Canada, it can really help enhance or be a positive symbiotic relationship with the university. Because the university teaches students so many soft and hard skills, but it also does it in a way that can be pretty quick, can be hard to fully retain that. And I think a mentor can really be that hammer that helps pound that red hot steel into something that's a bit more moldable, something that can really refine a student's skills that they've already learned in bulk from a school. And I think that is an area that's very valuable going forward. So I've had a variety of mentors throughout my university and working career. Throughout TRU, I was elected to the TRU Students' Union. And in that, I got to meet really committed individuals with a wealth of knowledge and experience that has taught me so much, and in many ways, a lot more than I received in a classroom, because I got to apply all the concepts that I learned from these folks, as well as my own ideas, in areas that I felt most passionate about. Going into the workforce, I got the chance to work at the Chamber of Commerce, where I met Nick Zadunik, who is a manager of mine and was a fantastic person who was always there to help me with what I needed to be helped with, but also support me in whatever I found important, whatever vision I had to expand the outcomes of our organization. And those are areas that I look back at with the most fond memories. Those are the areas I look back at being the most training that I've ever received. And that is what I really want to encourage other students to find within whatever they want to do, whether that be in academia, the workforce, clubs, or just general community associations and friend groups. You can always find people who are willing to set the time apart to be with you and really help you along with the process that you wouldn't otherwise get in a booklet or a standardized classroom. I hopefully will see myself doing a lot of great things within our school district and trying to promote whatever educational outcomes that we can get across to our region. That includes more funding, more experiential education, and just a lot more opportunities for our students to thrive and expand.